Hey fellow meta fighters, it's a new day and we got a new card, so let's go ahead and take a look, but it's going to be a little different today. Alright, so today we have Navi Commu. It is another leader. It is a support type. It costs 6 energy in order to attack with this. It has 5,000 base power. It requires 2 cards to discard in order to rapidly cool, and it has the hover legs. Now it has the passive ability that it cannot attack, so this Medabot cannot perform normal attacks on its own. But for 0 energy until the start of your next turn, both players' maximum energy increases by 2. And this Medabot cannot be rapidly cooled during this turn, so you can't use that ability over and over and over again. Now you can actually go against this bot in the practice edition. It is quite a interesting Medabot to go against, though it has a very special feature. This is a Medabot that can meta change. Although it doesn't do it in the practice edition, I'm pretty sure that it will do that in the full game. But yes, we actually do have leaders in this game that can meta change as well. But let me go ahead and talk about the left arm first before we go into that. So thinking about this now that I'm reading about it again, I think the translation here is a little wrong. So you pay 6 energy to activate Power Link, and you choose one of your support Medabots, and then you add what I believe your leader's power to that Medabot. Until the end of the turn, and then Navi Commu cannot be rapidly cooled this turn after you use this ability. I could be wrong, but there might be a way to help prevent Navi Commu from actually taking damage, by gaining the power and stuff like that. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and play the practice edition, but either way, it's a pretty good effect. And going back to actually Navi Commu's first effect or main effect. The 2 energy that you gain with that, it can actually be quite powerful, especially if you're playing a deck that has low cost attacking Medabots, because you can just rapidly cool and then hit repeatedly numerous times with them. So here's where it's going to be slightly different. With the meta change, usually it's on the Medabot itself. However, with leaders, it's actually a little different. The right arms are the ones that have the meta change ability. It costs 0 energy to use it, and it can activate whenever you want. You don't actually have to have any cards in trash to be able to meta change. The only thing that you need is to have both of the left and right arms of Navi Commu instead of anything else. Like, you can't have a mixture of parts. They have to be both memorized and remember. So the left and right arms of the original Navi Commu. And when you do meta change, now you have this form. It's still support type. Still 5,000 power, still 2 cards to discard, but it goes into the bipedal legs. It still can't attack, and the only ability that you have with it now is to meta change back. So the right arm is used to meta change into this form, and then this form, the main ability, is to change back into the regular Navi Commu. Now you're kind of wondering, why would I meta change if it doesn't give you anything new? Well, it actually does, but not on the Medabot itself. It's the arms that give you brand new abilities and brand new effects. We'll go ahead and take a look now. So this is what happens whenever you change. The arms are turned into something called Drive A and Drive B. This is the right arm. It will now give you 2 support tactical stocks, and it will give you plus 3,000 power. It'll also give you a new ability for 2 energy called Continuous Action. You choose one of your support Medabots. The next time the target performs a normal attack alone, it will perform a follow-up attack. Then this Medabot cannot be rapidly cooled during this turn. So, you choose something that you want to attack with. If it is the only thing that attacks, then it will perform another attack. Now you can combo this with a few Medabots because there are some that do benefit a lot from attacking alone. But still, it's nice to know that you can at least do some extra damage here. Now you kind of also wonder, if I meta change with the leader, what exactly is the downside of this? Well, that is where these other passive effects come into play. If you meta change, your arms cannot be destroyed, but they cannot be changed either. But also they cannot be targeted for defense. So whenever you attack in this game and you actually do enough damage to the leader, the player has to decide, do I get rid of a barrier or do I get rid of a part? Yeah, if you want to stay alive for longer in the game, sometimes you need to mix it up. However, if you meta change, you cannot target the arms. The arms cannot be destroyed. So you can only get rid of barriers. And that is very important to know. Yeah, so this means that you really don't want to stay in meta change all the time because you cannot defend yourself otherwise. You'll have to take barrier damage every single time you get hit. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other arm. So this is the left arm. It pretty much doesn't change very much from the original left arm. Pretty much it has the exact same thing. Pay 6 energy and you activate Power Link again. You choose one of your support units and add it to your leader's power. Either that or it's reversed, I can't remember. But then the Medabot or the leader cannot be rapidly cooled this turn. And then it has the same passive effect as the right arm, where the part cannot be destroyed or modified, and it cannot be targeted for defense. I do think that Navi Commu can be quite a powerful leader. I do know that having that energy boost really at the very start of the game can benefit both sides. But if you plan it correctly, you can definitely do a lot of damage with that extra energy, especially if you have a lot of low-cost attacking Medabots. I've had it happen quite a few times where I'll get hit 3 or 4 times in a row because my opponent has these low attack cost Medabots that also have low discard or rapidly cool discard effect. But I haven't seen what the meta change side of this leader can do, mainly because the bot in the practice edition doesn't meta change ever, and I'm assuming that's because they haven't programmed it in there, or in the practice edition they don't have like the meta change Medabot or the cards programmed into it. But either way, I can see this card doing quite a number on some decks if you're not prepared for it. But that's all I got for you. Hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you later.